Okay, class, we start with this MCSL216 lab, that is your design analysis of algorithm lab. In this lab, we will discuss some programs which we have discussed in theory classes. And in today class, I will tell you how will you compile and execute these programs in compiler in Turbo C++ or Turbo C compiler, and how will you download the Turbo C compiler, and how this lab will be done during this course MCSL216. How many of you know about Turbo C++ compiler? Are you compatible with Turbo C++, the compiler?
Yes, sir, yes.
Okay. Everyone know?
Isn't it a little bit outdated, sir?
Okay.
It
So
is a
everyone is
bit
using
outdated, I think.
the compiler.
Not yet. We have been using it in bachelor during our bachelor studies, sir.
Okay. Then I will tell you steps. How will you download the compiler? Okay. Then we will discuss two programs. So I am sharing a screen. I have shared this screen. It is visible.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then in the Google, just write down Turbo C++ compiler. And in the first website, you can see the developer insider. Download your Turbo C++ either for your Windows or your any Linux mode, in which operating system you are using. Download the compiler from here. So I have downloaded the compiler from this website, that is your download Turbo C++. Just download from here. Okay. After downloading, okay, now it is downloaded. This is Turbo C++. Just open it, and then after that, this is the application file, setup file. Just execute it. Yeah. Then you will execute that. It will be installed in your system. I have already installed it in my system. After successful installation, you can see a symbol in your screen. I'm sharing that screen to you. You can see a symbol like this, Turbo C++ symbol. Yeah. This is the symbol Turbo C++, and this is your screen. Yeah, this is your Turbo C++ screen. Okay, in which you write the program as well as you will execute all the programs. Okay, so in today class, we will discuss two programs. One program are in your syllabus, so I'm sharing that screen to you, MS Windows screen. So I'm starting Turbo C++. Yes. If you want to ask something,
Yes, sir. I download this, but I think this is zip folder. Yeah.
yeah, this is zip file. Just
Yeah.
extract it.
Uh-huh.
After extracting it, install
Yeah.
in your system.
Yeah. Please let me to install.
Okay. If it is installed,
During installation,
okay,
I
okay,
think it
okay, okay.
take a time.
After installing, you can see one MS-DOS such type of symbol in your screen. That is your Turbo C++.
Sir, it's installed, but
Installed.
Turbo C++ is open.
Okay, now open it.
Yeah, I'm open.
Is this type of screen is visible? Turbo C++.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now start Turbo C++. Now you can see this blue screen. The blue screen is visible.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, okay. So in this program, I have write down a program which is your first program in your lab manual. That is your GCD to find out the GCD of two integers. That is your greatest common divisor. Okay. So in this lab, at first you will create a new file. Just to go in new option in the file menu, just click on new. Okay.
I'm
After
new,
that,
yeah.
if you have write down new, then you will start your coding from here. Like that.
Sir,
Then
can you just explain every step?
yeah,
What?
I will explain
Yeah.
everything. I will
Yeah.
explain
Hold on.
everything. Yeah. I will explain every line. Okay. At first, just this you have to then save this file and write down a name, suitable name for this using C external. Suppose you have test.c. Okay. Now this is saved here. Okay. Ah, okay, class. This is a program to find out the GCD.c to find out the greatest common divisor. Okay. In the first, you can see the has include.studio.h. Okay. This is your preprocessor, this symbol. Okay. This is preprocessor. What is the role of preprocessor? Can anyone tell that? Actually, there are some steps, some phases for compilation and execution of the program. Okay. So there are different phases through which our program passes. Because we write our program in English like language, it's high level language, and we want acceptable visual machine level code. Okay. So this is in the first sign you can see the has mark, that is your preprocessor. The role of preprocessor is The source code is the code that we write in the high level language, the editor, and we will save it with the extension, that is .c extension. So firstly, at first step, this source code is passed through this preprocessor, with this processor, that is called a preprocessor. Actually, the preprocessor expand this code and pass it to the compiler. Okay, the source code is just passed to the preprocessor. Preprocessor expand your code, then it will go in the next step, that is compiler. Okay, at first I will discuss it, then I will discuss compiler. What is the compiler, why it is used? This includes the all standard input output header file. This is a header file. This header file is for all the type of standard input output functions, which are your printf functions. The definition of these functions is stored within this header files, because these are already predefined functions, and I want to use these functions in my program. So I will include these header files in my program, and this preprocessor will expand this code, and after that this will pass this program to the program. And second is header file, that is for conio.s. This is for console input output, that is used for your getCS functions. These functions definition is stored here. If I want some output in my screen, then I will use conio.h. So these are the header files which I will use in my programs. Actually, the functions which are written here, the predefined functions. The predefined functions definition is already stored in these header files. So I will include these header files in my program. Then it is a void type of the function, main function. It's a main function. Without main function, it is not possible to execute the program. It is the first function from where the program starts execution, and this function is a void type function. If it returns integer value, then I will write int main, and I will write here return 0. I want that to hold the screen for some time. So it is a void type. It is a void type of main function. In this function, I have initialized some variable n1, n2, I, and gcd. I will use these four variables in my program, and these four variables are integer type. All four variables are integer type. I have used integer type variables n1, n2, I, and gcd. I will use these integers in my program. So in this program, I have to find out the greatest common divisor of two numbers. So I have used two numbers. At first, I will enter these two numbers, in which I have to find out the greatest common divisor. So I will print two numbers at first. These two numbers are n1 and n2. Printf functions. The definition of this function is stored in studio.h. Already stored. Scanf is also a function. So I have inserted both the value of n1 and n2 in the program, because both are of integer type. So I have used %d here. If these variables are float type, I will write down %f here, and this is n%, and % is used to input the value. So I have inputted two integers n1 and n2 in the program, because both are integer types. So I have write down %d. Then I have used a for loop. The for loop, it will check the factors of both the integers. This for loop, it will check if I is the factor of both integers. So it is started from 1, and it is checking that the value of I is less than equal to n1, or and it is less than equal to n2. So it will execute the AND operator of n1 and n2. So maximum value of n2. And I will increment every time by 1. So this is a for loop. I will not discuss the fundamental of these because you have already read in your bachelor degree. Okay. Then I am checking that if m1 divided by equal to 0 or not. I am checking the conditions. If it is equal to 0 or not. If not, then I have find out the GCD of this number. What will the value of I? That will be the GCD. Because I is executing according to the value of our integers. At the last, I will print the value of n1 and n2. And what is the GCD of these two integers? So after writing the program, the next step is to compile the program. For compiling the program, I will go to the menu and you can also press your Alt plus F9. After compiling, you can see that the main file gcd.c, it is compiling. Editor is gcd.c. Total lines are 474 and there is no error in the program. So it is success. After that you will press any key, just press any key. Now it is successfully compiled. What is the role of compiler? The compiler, the expanded code which is expanded by the preprocessor, that is passed to the compiler. And the compiler converts this code into the machine's assembly language code. If I have got the assembly language code, then the role of assembler comes into exist. The assembly language code is converted to object code by the system's assembler. After that, all programs certainly use some library functions. So libraries functions are your pre-compiled and object code is already stored in the library file. You can see with .lib files where the C files are stored in the C drive. So the linker combines this object code of the library functions with the object code of the program. So our program contain reference to the functions that are defined to other files. So linker links all the object code of these files into one program. So the job of the linker is to combine the object code of the program with the object code of the other files and the object code of the library functions. That is the role of linker. That is the your role of your linker. So the output of the linker, that will be your executable file. That will be your .exe file. And that exe file will be executed in other system also. Now we have compiled this program. Now we will execute. We will run the program. For running the program, just go in the menu run, or you can, it's a control plus F9 also. Just run the program. And this is the output window. It is asking for two integers, asking for the integers to find out the GCD of the numbers. Suppose two numbers are 56 is first number, 128 is second number. Then you can see that the GCD of 56 and 128 is 8. If you calculate the GCD of these two numbers, you will find out that the GCD is 8. Greatest common divisor of both number is 120, 56 and 120, that is your 8. This is your output screen. If you will insert, if you will, no, okay. After pressing any key, you will be in the program, and you can also see your output. 56 plus 1, that is 8. And this output is also stored in your window, is in your window menu. In your window menu, there is one sub menu, that is output. From there, you can see also the output window. Okay, this is the first program in this course, in this MCSL216 course code. So you can try it. Just try the program. Can you try it? If anyone try, just share his screen. Anyone who have done, voluntarily share his screen.
What, sir?
You have done that?